Howdy y'all, I'm Richard Petty, not to be confused with NASCAR King Richard Petty. And I am the owner of Big Texas Tractors and Trap Tapes. My father, Big Richard Petty Sr., started Tractors and Trap Tapes back when the hit music in America was country. He knew that good music and good tractors together could sell. Now here in 2022, we had to switch things up a bit here in Texas, and that's why we now sell exclusive trap tapes to the Texas area. A lot of you folks have been in town for the new NASCAR race. Let me tell you, I understand your frustration about them tires, but here at Big Texas Tractors and Trap Tapes, we'll make sure you forget all about the Goodyear explosions that happen out there at Texas Motor Speedway. Come on down and see what we got to offer you today. Like this brand new John Deere tractor. Most people would pay $49,995 for this tractor, but at Big Texas, kaboom! Now only $39,995. How about this brand new Lil Boosie mixtape? Most people would pay $9.99 at the gas station. At Big Texas, kaboom! You're only gonna pay $4.99. Check out this Lil Baby mixtape that we got here at Big Texas Tractors and Trap Tapes. Most fellers and ladies would pay a whopping $7.99 for this mixtape, but at Big Texas, kaboom! You're only gonna pay $5.99. Look at this here beautiful vintage Ford tractor. At Big Texas, you're gonna get a real good price. Most people would only pay $99,995 for this vintage piece here, but at Big Texas, kaboom! You're only gonna pay $99,994. The moral of the story is if you want a good tractor and a good trap tape, you get your ass down to Big Texas Tractors and Trap Tapes, only in Texas, where we make sure prices explode. But not like tires at Texas. It's a good way that they explode at Big Texas. Kaboom!
Who are going to risk everything for glory.
Welcome aboard to Bringing Winston Back. I'm Garage Guy Chase, your host of this show, where it's all about motorsports most of the time. This week, we have a lot to talk about and a lot to unpack here on episode 5 of BWB. We just finished a race at Texas Motor Speedway. Some might not even want to call it a race. It was kind of hardly a race. But when Tyler Reddick won, it was a race. We were all happy for Red Dog. Shout out to Red Dog. I actually got old Kenny Wallace Red Dog car on the desk, chilling. Got to have it there. You know what I mean? It's just sentimental to me. It matters. It's the 8. It's Red Dog. Even though Kyle Busch is moving to the 8 car, Tyler Reddick will always be Red Dog. Will never change. So shout out to Tyler Reddick. He got to wear a cowboy hat. Congrats to him. And shout out to you, the people watching this show. I can't thank you guys enough for returning week in and week out, for all the great comments, for all of the things you say on Twitter, for the things in the Discord. Just really appreciate you all. And thanks so much for riding the train with me. Because I told you in episode 1, I'm not quitting. I'm not stopping this. I don't care what happens. I love this. This is what I live for. We're here. It's a beauty. This is my show. This is the greatest thing to me as far as media could ever go. So I love what I do here. And I just want to say that if this isn't your first time watching this, you are the shit, and I appreciate you for coming back. If this is your first time watching this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure that you leave a comment. Subscribe to the Garage Guys on YouTube. Like the video, mainly. That's important. Check out the podcast if you don't want to sit here and watch all the crazy stuff happening. You can just listen to it. A lot of cool developments are happening. As we already said, Texas is done. It's Dega week. Talladega. There ain't a whole lot more to say about it. There's going to be a lot of chatter. This is a fun week for NASCAR fans that bet on the races or play DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports. I'm going to have a great DFS show out this week. And for most of y'all that know, it's a fucking wild boy session season. I mean, it's just lineups out the ass. I normally tell you to play 20. Go ahead and play 100. Why not? But if you're not here for DFS or for betting talk, you can check out our other shows. Dale Center on Thursday for bets. Check out the DFS preview show on Friday or Saturday for DFS lineups, because DFS lineups are where the big bucks are made at Dega Week, and it's going to be fun, and I can't wait. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the show off. I narrowed down voicemails. I've started realizing that the show is getting a little bit long. I want to try to keep it under an hour for you guys. I've had some comments on that as well, and I want to make sure that we do that. So we're going to start making some time. Doesn't mean things are going to change. We're still going to have fun here. That's what it's all about. But we're going to try to make the time a little bit better. So I want to go ahead and dive right into the NFT giveaway for last week's show. So if you watched last week's show, you saw that the NFT we were giving away this week was Adam Sandler with the Uncut Gems. All right, this is a beauty right here. It inspired me to put these shades on every NASCAR driver and on myself and on everyone that is just feeling the power of whatever life might be. Maybe the power of the Wizard of Winston that's in the purple ball. So the person that's going to be winning this here NFT number 4, Adam Sandler with the Uncut Gems on, original, 1 of 1. The winner will be Tanner Marlar. Tanner Marlar, you have just won yourself GG NFT number 4. Adam Sandler with the Uncut Gems. Congratulations to Tanner. I'll be sending that out this week. But for you watching, you got to get your NFT. And that's why I'm introducing GG NFT number 5, Michael Waltrip wearing a bikini. That's right. It's old Mikey from that commercial that one time. He's wearing a bikini. If you like to picture your Michael Waltrip wearing a bikini, this is the NFT for you. Don't take it into the bathroom with you. It might get weird. Or maybe it won't. I don't know. Not my business. But hey, this is the NFT that you can win this week. So all you got to do is make sure you go over to GarageGuysFantasySports.com, register for an account, make sure you fill in all the blocks. Hey, tweet at me. Tell me, hey, I registered for GarageGuysFantasySports.com. That way I'll have your Twitter account. And then I can give you a shout out if you won. Because if I don't have your Twitter account, I can't shout out that you won. I can literally just tweet about it. You won't get a notification. It'll just come into you in the mail. And you'll be like, oh shit, what is this? Wow. So put your Twitter handle on there. I'm trying to make sure we got everything that we need. All fields settled. Good stuff. But look, we got a packed show. A lot coming on the Garage Guys RePorT to talk about everything Texas, talk about a little bit of Talladega, and of course, I've got some voicemails. I've narrowed down the voicemails. I'm only taking the best voicemails at this point. I only want good voicemails. I want exciting voicemails. I want people that have some character, have some charisma. All right? Give yourself a code name. I don't give a fuck. Just do it. But hey, end of the day, we're bringing Winston back. That's what we do here. That's what it's all about. That doesn't mean we're going back in time. That means we're bringing back the spirit of Winston to NASCAR today. And it starts right now on Bringing Winston Back. Check. International Chase Station.
Hi, is this Garage Guy Chase?
Yes, this is Garage Guy Chase.
This is Beth Johnson. I'm calling because my son works at the local skate shop and he's just really bent out of shape over Jimmie Johnson retiring.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are kind of probably sad to hear that Jimmie Johnson is retiring from full-time racing, but I'm not a doctor or a healer. I'm just a guy.
Right, but your show says you're bringing Winston back, right?
Well, yeah, I'm bringing Winston back.
Then maybe you can restore the spirit in my son and make him happy again.
I mean, I guess I can try. Where are you located?
Right here in town, Mr. Garage Guy, right on the corner of Maple and Dupree.
You know, I haven't been to a skate shop in a minute, so, you know, I probably would enjoy that. So, you know, I'd be happy to help.
You're the greatest.
Okay.
I knew you pulled through.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Sure. Oh, wait, one less...
Excuse me. I'm here to speak to a Jimmie Johnson fan that works here. Hey, I think your mom called. I'm Garage Guy Chase, host of Bringing Winston Back. She thought maybe it would be a good idea for me to come and talk with you about, you know, your favorite driver calling it quits from full-time racing.
Do you know Jimmie? Jimmie was gnarly. Jimmie was Jimmie.
Yeah, Jimmie Johnson was pretty good, man. Champion multiple times. So many years. A lot of years.
Off the hook. Jimmie was
Hey, look, man, you know, I'm really starting to think here, maybe I'm not the right person for you to be talking with. You know, maybe you might want to try a psychiatrist. I didn't realize that you were this deeply invested in Jimmie Johnson.
pick this cut.
Maybe I should just come back on another day.
Yeah, Saturday, man.
You know, on second thought, maybe I'm not the right person to talk with you about all this. You know, I really hate what happened, you know, but it's life. It's gonna be okay.
Jimmie was like,
I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Jimmie was something.
Take care of yourself.
Old school. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, welcome to the Garage Guy RePorT. Tort. We is post-Texas, pre-Talladega, RePorT time. Lots to unpack. I've got a handy-dandy notebook right here, like that motherfucker from Blue's Clues once had, but I'm not Steve. I'm me. So welcome to the RePorT. Let's go ahead and start unpacking. We're going to start off this report with a special service. You may have noticed that I have a popped collar. And today I popped my collar in remembrance for all of the tires that popped at Texas. And now I would like us all to take a moment of silence for all of those tires that fucking died.
Seems like yesterday we used to rock the show. I laced the track, you locked the flow. So far from hanging on the block for dough. Notorious, they got to know that life ain't always what it seemed to be. Words can't express what you mean to me. Even though you're gone, we still
It's a sad sight. But hey, that's why we're starting a movement, guys. Hashtag popping collars for tires. We're going to remember those tires. They may have failed us, but we won't fail them. Tires. Look, in all reality, the race was the shit show that we knew it would be. We all had a feeling that Texas was going to suck, and we all kind of knew Texas would probably suck. And it sucked. What else is there to say? If you want to hear a full, in-depth spiel, a little less humor-related, check out the newest Garage Guys NASCAR podcast with myself and Dale Tanhart. It's available now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And if you're not already subscribed to that, you should. Shame on you. What's wrong with you? In other news, the glasses are back. I am not wearing the jacket. Any day that I can wear this beautiful red satin Winston jacket, I want to be wearing this jacket. That's just the truth. That's just how it goes. So glad to be back in glasses mode. RePorT. Okay? So, pop collars for tires. I want to see at least... Give me at least, like, I know a lot of the things I might ask sometimes of the Garage fam can be a tad bit outlandish. Some people may not really understand what they're doing. But this is a bigger thing. And I really feel like this could be a huge thing that could really just like draw real attention to the problem. So if you're watching this show, just take one picture wearing a polo shirt, pop the collar, and just say hashtag popping collars for tires. And then you can tag me, or you don't have to tag me. I don't care. Just hashtag popping collars for tires and just pop your collar. And then put, and also just, hashtag NASCAR after that. So that way people will know that it's related. I really want to see if this can get going. I really do. I'm going to do it myself once this show is released. And I hope that a lot of you follow along. Hopefully everybody in the Discord, which is free, will follow along. But if you don't, I'm not going to ask you to take time out of your day to just take your two hands and lift them up around your neck, and to take the phone that you're on 24/7 and take a selfie of yourself and to put the picture on Twitter. Not going to ask you to do that. I know it's very hard. Let's go ahead and move into the race itself. Tyler Reddick won. That's about the only good thing that happened in this race. Red Dog got the win. Shout out to you, Red Dog. You got to wear a cowboy hat, and I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for him. I really am. He got his first win on oval in the Cup Series. That's a big deal. Another big deal is the fact that we got another non-playoff driver that has won a race now. Fucking nuts. We said it on the show, on the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast. If we were smart, we'd stop betting on people that we bet to be out of the playoffs, and also we would continue a trend of betting on people that aren't in the playoffs. But couldn't do that. Nope. Had to go get all smart for Texas, even though we knew that tires were going to explode. God rest their souls. Tires. Let's go ahead and get into some voicemails before we dive into some other topics. But we are going to be covering some of the highlights of the race, some of the things that happened in the race, and then some of the things that happened after the race with the drivers, which I am very proud that is happening because it is showing true signs that Winston really is back, and you always love to hear that and see that. But we'll go ahead and start with voicemails. I've narrowed it down to 3 voicemails for this episode. We did have around 7. But what I'm realizing is we got to start tightening up the show a little bit. I want to make sure we get this in for you guys under an hour, like I said in the intro. So that's what we're going to do today. So I've got the 3 best voicemails that came in. I'm going to play them. And always remember, it's only a phone call away. If you can't see the whole number, don't worry. I'll read it to you. 504-512-4997 is the number to call each week. Call about anything you want during a race week or after a race. I usually shut the hotline down on a Tuesday around 12 o'clock Central Time. So you have until Tuesdays at 12 Central to call in, get your thoughts, and give me some spice. I need to see some emotion, some spiciness in these voicemails, and I will play them. But we'll go ahead and start with Seth from North Carolina.
Hey, Chase, it's the man with the plan with the camera, Seth here. Yeah, as far as the race goes, it's Kyle Larson should have won, clearly. But we got to know, what is up with them dinner plate ass-looking nipples of yours? Them bitches are huge. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a little rude.
Well, thanks for calling, Seth. I hope you're watching this right now, and I hope you're staring at my fucking nipple. It's a good nipple. I have 2 of them. Some people don't have 2 nipples. Is this show NSFW now? I don't know. But hey, if you like big nipples that are a little pale, call me. Let's go ahead and go to the next caller. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate you making that aware, or being aware of staring at my nipples. I want to know who else stared at my nipples. Does anyone else have comments on my nipples? I'll start an OnlyFans. Don't tempt me. I'll do it. Next caller we have Budman. The Budman himself has called in. I am ready to hear what Mr. Budman has to say.
What's up, man? It's the official Budman here. I just want to start off by saying, as a Tejas native and an advocate for Texas Motor Speedway, it felt good to finally have it. That it wasn't the tracks that was the problem, but my God, NASCAR and Goodyear needs to be embarrassed with the performance that they presented with those cars, and damn sure them tires. And it's going to scare me for Dega next week. I know these drivers are nervous. I mean, that's Bristol, now Texas. Now we get a flat tire and I'll lead at Talladega. You're wiping out 30-plus cars probably. So it's going to be an entertaining weekend next weekend. I wish Budman was there again like I was last year. But, yeah, it's going to be a wild one, brother.
Budman, thanks for calling so much. Always appreciate Budman. If you don't know who Budman is, you can go on Twitter. I talk with him all the time. Great dude. Met him at Talladega with Big Baby and Dale and just had a blast. It was fun. Budman's the shit. Budman, I know you're a Tejas native, but listen, that track was a lot of the problem. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'd rather go to the dirt track across the street at this point. There's a reason we haven't been back to Texas. I went to the All-Star race back in 2021, and I'll never, probably ever, go back to Texas Motor Speedway. It sucks because there's great people that go there. Shout out to my guy Andy. If you're watching this, Andy, you're the man. He reached out to me this week and asked if we were going to be in Texas. I just can't do it. I mean, the only way I would do it at this point is if someone paid me money. And it's that simple. I have no reason to go there. But yeah, that was Texas track was a lot of the problem. But man, I just want to say that. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I have a feeling that that's a lot of people's opinions. The tire issue, yeah, that is definitely an issue. The car, some of the problems with the car, there's issues. We talked about this last week, you know. There's going to be issues. But at Texas, it's like we know that it's going to be really bad. I feel like we could have done a quick fix, but hey, everybody's got to make their paper. Everybody's got to make that money. As far as Talladega goes, I mean, yeah, Talladega is always going to be chaos. It's always going to be wild. So I really don't expect anything less, and I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot less bitching next week because, hey, we don't expect anything less. It is a chaotic race. That's what super speedway racing is for. It's supposed to be chaotic. It's supposed to be wild. And that's why we get those races, and it shouldn't be every race during a week. Budman, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you, and can't wait to see you again. Hopefully we'll be back at Talladega in April. Let's go ahead and go to our last voicemail. Discord Trevor, the man himself. What do we got to say?
What's up, y'all? Discord Trevor calling.
So this hit list that Denny Hamlin has and keeps talking about, he's not going to do absolutely shit to any of them. He's all bark, no bite, not going to do anything, not going to win the championship, just going to take another L in 2022.
If there's one thing you can count on in life, it's Trevor's hatred for Denny Hamlin. Thanks for calling in, Trevor. And, you know, I got to say that, like, I kind of agree with you. Because, like, he keeps talking about the hit list thing, and it just seems like some stale content, like something that's stale that's going around. Like, we all been waiting on the Ross Chastain thing. And, look, we are nowhere near the end of the playoffs. I mean, that can still happen. This can still strike, okay? He can still strike on William Byron because, my God, after seeing some of the footage I've saw on Twitter now, I realize that Willie B kind of put himself in that position. And we're definitely going to dive into that a little bit as I continue the report. But, yeah, I don't know if Denny will do anything either, man. I do feel like he is kind of a showman, and at the end of the day, and, you know, being a showman, sometimes you say some things that you don't always follow through with. But I want to believe that Denny will follow through. So, Denny, if you're watching this, please, God, find a way to follow through with these plans without getting black flagged. Because Discord Trevor may hate you, but I kind of like you. Denny. I like Denny a lot. I think that he's really great for the sport. So hopefully that doesn't rub too many people the wrong way. And if it does, fuck you, you're soft. That's all I got to say. So let's go ahead now that the voicemails are out of the way. Thanks so much again. If you want to call and leave a voicemail on this hotline, be heard. Let yourself be heard. The number is 504-512-4997. Make the call. Tell me what you're thinking. I want to know about anything. I don't care. I want to know. So let's go ahead and dive in a little bit deeper to this race. First things first, Cody Ware had a scary fucking wreck. I mean, it was brutal. It was one of the most brutalest race wrecks I have seen in a hot minute. This car was completely fucking destroyed. I immediately was like, holy fuck, I hope Cody is okay. He gets out of the car. He stumbles a bit. Did send out a text message to our guy Cody and have found out that he is good. There was an account that was posting these fake things out there about he had a concussion in this. If you are not 100% sure about the health of somebody, do not tweet or post some shit for fucking clout. You are the fucking scum of the earth if you do that shit, and you're a fucking coward, and all you care about is your like ratio. And that's how I feel about that shit, okay? That's not a troll or nothing else. It's not a fucking troll. Trolling is different. I like to troll. Trolling is fun, but I always make sure that people can tell that there's a little troll in that tweet, okay? There's no trolling in being like breaking news. Cody Ware has a concussion, especially when we haven't heard anything else from anyone, okay? Don't be spreading false bullshit when it comes down to someone's, like, a life or death situation possibly. We've seen people hit a wall like that going that fast and die. That's all I'm going to say. Now, these cars, they've been safer. A lot of people have been bitching about these Gen 7 cars not being as safe as they should be. Moral of the story, he's fine. He's got some bruising, but he's good, and he's got that dog in him, okay? He's got the fight. He's got the fight of the dog. What does Eminem say? But nobody can get ready to fight in a dog. Something like that. I think that's what Eminem said. I tried to sound like him as best as I could. I hope I did okay. I hope I did right by you all with that. All right. In the s'mores in the porch, in the Ford Taurus, whatever. I like doing that voice. It's fun. But yeah, shout out to Cody Ware. He's all good. Everything's fine. Scary fucking wreck. Just wanted to go ahead and get that one out of the way. The main takeaway from this race, and the one thing that I will say, problems need solutions. And when you got problems in the world, and you got problems in a sporting organization, it's up to somebody to say some shit. And important people inside of the organization to say some shit for things to actually change for the better. And that's exactly what we got after this race on Sunday. You've got drivers like Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, okay? Apparently Martin Truex Jr. said something We talked about it on the podcast. Dale mentioned that he called the race a joke, which he thought it was as well. I didn't see anything, on Twitter that was the case. But who knows? Martin Truex Jr. doesn't do his own tweets. But Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, and even Kyle Larson early on in the week, and I already made a video about that one where he said that they should just demolish the track and start over, which I thought was fucking hilarious. It's always good to hear that kind of bluntness coming out of Kyle Larson, and that's exactly what Jeff Gluck said. Hashtag Blunt Larson. Okay, Kevin Harvick's been on his soapbox. It's fucking hilarious because the man has literally made a shirt that says Happy's crappy ass parts for less. You can buy it right now on his Twitter. Check it out. It's this man is all out, and he's back on his Twitter game too. I mean, he has been responding to people that are tweeting. So if you've ever wanted to talk to Kevin Harvick on Twitter, now's the fucking time to do it, because he's out here and he's saying and preaching some shit. Denny Hamlin has been also commenting on Kevin Harvick stuff as well. And I think the biggest one that I saw that I've been hearing rumors about or whatever, but like Kevin Harvick coming out with over 1 million followers saying something like, the only race that should be 500 miles is Daytona, and the races should be shorter. That's something that has been called for by a lot of people. I don't mind the idea. I think that it would be a good idea. You look at an F1 race, they're shorter. You look at some of these other IndyCar races, they go on, they have kind of a set time limit. When you can get in that consistency of that, more people are going to watch and they're going to stick around for it, okay? Most people expect a football game to be about 3 hours, all right? So take notes. If the top guys in your sport are literally begging you to make some changes, find a way to make the money work. That's all I'm saying. Corporate NASCAR, corporate America, okay? You can still make money and put on a great show. After COVID, you were able to cut so many corners as far as how much money you were spending. You got Michael Jordan breathing down your neck now, talking about how the teams need some of that TV money. I'm just saying, that ain't going away. And especially when you pair that kind of a mentality with Denny Hamlin and the way that he already is, you got to think, okay? That's all I'm saying. Some other drivers that came out about the issue at hand was Chase Elliott after Justin Marks had tweeted this. What Chase had to say about it was basically, we are in 2022. We should not be going back in time. And I completely understand where he's coming from. Then again, like I always do say, that when you have new things, there will be issues. But yes, Chase is right. We should have taken what we've learned and applied it to now to make things better. Because as time goes on and technology gets better and better, you're going to have less of those issues as things get better and better. I can't remember the last time my iPhone shit the bed, but I do remember it was a problem. I know that I made that comparison. I don't want to back off of that, and I want to make sure everyone does remember that I did say that there are going to be issues and problems when trying to figure out new things. But a lot of that has to do with the people that are putting these things together. And that's all I'll say. And then also, I've already covered Harvick, the Hamlin deal, Elliott, and Larson. But moving on to some other issues of the race with Hamlin and Willie, okay? Will Hamlin do anything? Who the fuck knows? We talked about it. That was on the voicemail from Discord Trevor. However, I will say that new footage has came out and shown literally where William Byron straight up ran into the ass of Denny Hamlin and spun him. Okay, and NASCAR said that they'd have to look into it and see it. There are cameras in these cars. Kevin Harvick even tweeted about, there are cameras in the cars. Why isn't this in the booth? Why can't we see this? It's funny how much shit we do see after the fact. I will say that, okay? I don't want to be all negative on this show. It's not how we roll. However, I do have a new proposition. I say everyone just wears body cams and microphones so that everyone can just say shit at all times. Well, Chase, why would you say that? You have radios. No, I'm talking, I want somebody for every car team listening to someone. You got a lot of money, hire a bunch of people, and they're just listening. And I just want full-blown chaos in like one room. Put them in a small room and let them all wear headsets and let them just talk. You know, they're going to have headsets on. They're going to talk. They're going to say, so-and-so said this. And they're constantly tweeting what they said. That's what we need. We need scribes. We need more scribes in the sport. Okay? If you can put a scribe in a courtroom, you can put a scribe at a NASCAR track. All right? I want scribes. I want to be able to go online and read a full transcript of what everyone's saying at all times. Like a report. Like I would take all of them and we could read them on the report. And we would just have a different one for every driver, okay? You got the money, just do it. Figure it out. I don't know. All I'm saying is that we have too many cameras and too much bullshit, so find a way to make it work. It's that simple. It's what everyone's talking about. Aside from that, the Ty Gibbs penalty that happened, didn't even know that this went down, but apparently Ty Gibbs and Ty Dillon got into it on pit road, where Ty Gibbs basically just showed his fucking anger. Just look at this. Kid just straight up ran into Ty Dillon. He just ran into him on pit road. He's like, hey, my granddaddy owns the team. Get the fuck out the way. Well, it's like, hey, guess what? My name's Ty too, bitch, and his granddaddy owns the team. Now what? There's a lot of granddaddy-grandchildren fights happening on pit road. I say we just take both their old mans and put the gloves on. That's what I want to see. Just make them fight it out. Make them fight it out. Let's see how many Joe Gibbs Game Plan for Life books he tries to give Richard. That's what I really want to see. The other question is why isn't Ty Dillon on the team for his granddaddy? A lot of people have that question. Maybe that was Ty Dillon's way of saying, haha, you're the redheaded stepchild, little bitch. I don't know. Either way it goes, Ty Dillon is like a grown man, okay? Ty Gibbs is 19 years old, a child. But Larry Mack's pissed the fuck off about that. And if you have SiriusXM, you got to hear it. If not, I'm going to play it for you right here. This is what Larry Mack had to say about Ty Gibbs.
The Ty Gibbs deal, it's like I said yesterday. I think that's a whole lot more serious in my book than what I saw out there on that racetrack with William Byron and Denny Hamlin, because I know we don't live in a what-if world, but when he made that move on Ty Dillon, there were Roush Fenway Keselowski team members on the right side of that car. There were two NASCAR officials standing there. And if I hear one more person, one more announcer, one more human being say he's just 19, okay, then don't race Cup. Go back and run Xfinity or go back and run late models till you learn how to carry yourself. I'm not buying that one. You're in the Cup Series. I don't care if you're 9, 19, or 49. You need to know when to and when not to. In pit road with a 3,500-pound race car with people potentially out there is not the place to do it.
Now, after hearing that, I'll say this much. When you're 19 years old, you can go to fucking jail. You can go to prison. Straight up. Larry Mack's not wrong, okay? He doesn't need to be in the Cup Series, obviously, if he's going to be doing these kind of things. Kid's got anger issues. Point blank, period. Talk to Sam Mayer about it. Talk to anyone about it. I don't know what happened. Maybe Grandpappy didn't give him enough attention lately, even after he's given him a brand new race car. He's in the Cup Series. He's got everything he could ever want. Why are you making these kind of moves on pit road? Lil Ty? Lil Gibbles? Lil Giblet boy? Why are you doing this? Come talk to me. I want to help you with your anger issues. Let me be your Jack Nicholson, and you can be Adam Sandler. We'll have a great time. I promise. Aside from that, and aside from NASCAR in general, I feel like we have covered enough of the NASCAR circuit. We got Dega Week coming up. It's going to be beautiful. Bubba Wallace doing a block party in Birmingham this week on Friday. Hopefully, there won't be any issues with hurricanes. We don't want no canes. The only hurricane I want to hear about is the hockey team in North Carolina. I lived through Katrina. That shit sucks balls. You don't want to be sitting around in your house dripping in your own sweat when you're in 7th grade. Okay? The only cool thing about that was I got to ride a four-wheeler around town, but I didn't have air conditioning or power, and that shit blows. Hurricanes suck. That's all I'm going to say. The Bubba Block Party will be on Friday night, though, so if you are going to Talladega or you're in Birmingham, go party and have a good time. It's going to be fun. Hopefully the weather will be good, and just big prayers for everybody that is going to be affected by the hurricane because, like I said, hurricanes suck. I hope one day if we can find the technology to make these cars good, that we can find a way to shut off hurricanes with weather technology. There's got to be some aliens out there that can figure that shit out for us. So we got to talk to them. Beacon of hope. Call Elon. All right? That's another. Let Elon into NASCAR. I want to see that. Brad K and him seem like they would get along really well. I just want that connection. That would be great. Going into more alien technology shit, Formula One is back this week, and they will be racing in Singapore. It is the night race. So I had to do a little bit of research on this, obviously. I wanted to see what all this was about. It looked pretty fucking cool, honestly. Marina Bay Street Circuit, all right? It was built in 2008. There's 61 laps. The race distance, 308.706 kilometers, not miles. They do things differently overseas. But the cool thing about it is that we're basically over there, and it's going to be nighttime, and it'll probably be early in the morning for us, and it's going to be fun. All right, so I'm probably going to watch it. Will I bet on it? Probably not, because F1 odds suck cock. It's no surprise. But it's cool. I like night races. We need more night races in NASCAR. F1's obviously got a game plan together. We're not F1. We're NASCAR. We got to figure out our own path and our own way, and we will, because we're bringing Winston back. The more drivers that are speaking their minds out there, the more we are getting back to Winston. That's right. We're bringing it back. You got to have the bad to get to the good, and you got to have drivers and people being themselves and saying how they really feel, because that creates realness. And we need more realness in the world. We've got enough fake shit out here. We need real shit. That's where I'm going to leave it at. Aside from that, it's about all the racing news I got for you. No interviews lined up this week. I have no one special. But do have a commercial to show you all before we end the show. So I hope you enjoyed this commercial. And thanks for watching The Garage Guy. RePorT. Tour. Pop your collar for tires.
Dale, Chase, thank you for coming today.
Wait, why is Dale here?
Well, we couldn't get Jeff and Rick, and Dale was excited about the last one.
Wait, why are we here?
Well, I'll tell you. Chase Elliott, NASCAR Cup Series champ. One word, merchandising. The Chase Elliott underwear.
You know you're big time when you got your own underwear.
Right, I don't hate that.
I know, right? My wife got me these. The Chase Elliott, now that's what I call a music album, with great hits like Achy Napa Breaky Heart, The Devil Went Down to Dawsonville, and my personal favorite, She Thinks My 9 Car's Sexy.
Who wrote these?
Clyde's Doo-Doo Papers, number 1 on the track and number 2 in the back.
Okay.
Even Kyle Petty had his own teepee.
What the fuck does Kyle Petty have to do with this?
Who needs Flintstone vitamins when you got the Chase Elliott Championship Edition Bag of Dicks Fruit Gummies? We got lemon flavor, we got cherry flavor, lemon lime flavor, orange flavor. Now, they were supposed to add blue. They were really supposed to add blue. Anyway, they're absolutely delicious.
Dicks are magic.
No, Dale, absolutely not.
How can you say no to that?
You just say no, Dale.
They're really good, Chase, I'm telling you.
Hell no.
Alright, Chase, I know you said no the first time, but we've made some revisions. Presenting the Chase Elliott action figure.
That is a blow-up sex doll.
Blow-up sex doll action figure.
Nope, I'm done. Don't put my name on any of this shit. I'm out.
Chase!
And that, my friends, is a show. Thanks so much again for watching episode 5 of BWB. Remember, tell one person you know about this show. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Just tell somebody you know. Rate, review, subscribe, like the video. It's not hard, and I'm asking nicely because I love you. Seriously. And I also love bringing Winston back because that's what we're doing in motorsports. But hey, remember, this week, it's Talladega week. It's going to get wild. It's going to get crazy. Pop those collars in remembrance. Remember what we said on the report. Got to pop the collar. Remember, I want to see some pop collars at Talladega this week. You know, we got to show that that we're here. That we're here for the tires. That we care. You know, we got to show that we care. Pop those collars. All right? And other than that, I really just hope you enjoyed everything you watched on this show. And I hope you keep enjoying it, and I hope you keep coming back. Tune in next week. We'll have a brand new GG NFT. We'll have the Michael Waltrip in the bikini to give away. Okay, so go ahead and get registered right now on GarageGuysFantasySports.com. And don't forget to call the hotline, 504-512-4997. If you want your voicemails played, I want some character, I want some good stuff. Give me the goods, give me the juice, all right? And you'll be on this show. Thanks so much for watching, so much for supporting Garage Guys. Appreciate you. One last thing. Motorsports, baby. I'm out.
It we.